Hey everybody, it's time for the end, the finale of Nexo Knighton Castle 70357. Here you will see it all finally come together. We built an unnamed guard. Actually, it looks like I neglected to include the building of that guy. My bad. A lot of shadow in here because of my white velvet thing that I have on top of the table. Here I'm building one of the walls, one of the outside walls, with a couple of these tower looking things to help give it some structure. Putting on a sticker. Now I'm about to show you on the other camera, I think. Maybe? I think I had intended for this part. There we go. See, I set the camera up a bit so you could see more, because the castle's getting tall. This is about as tall as it gets, though. Actually, it gets much taller once you put on the escape vehicle, which is the last thing that you build in this set, if you build it in order. It's one of those things that you could build first if you really wanted to, but then you'd have to open a bag that you're not quite ready for. Best to do things in the order that is in the instructions. Lego knows best, you know. Here we go. You can see I've got this little green piece of paper. I bought that a long time ago, intending to maybe try some green screen stuff with it. But I didn't end up doing that. You know. It's cheap, so it doesn't matter. Here we go, building more wall. They have a lot of these very tall 1x1 pieces that I've heard some people say is a little bit lazy on their part. Like, why not just pick 1x1s that are normal height? But I like them because they help you build walls. You know? Not that the building of walls should be encouraged too much. I know, so topical. No, but when you've got a castle, you need a wall. And this wall is cool. It gives you a little bit of play area. And you can open up the castle, and it gives you even more, but it allows the attackers to come in quite easily. Oh, you know what would be cool? If there was a little town that came with this set too. Or not that came with it, because then it would be ridiculously expensive. Or that you could buy separately, like little town buildings. Like a blacksmith. Oh, that would be great. Like a little blacksmith shop, maybe a cobbler. Someone who sells clothing, whatever kind of clothing. Maybe Lego, though, doesn't want to put too much emphasis on the way regular people lived in medieval towns. Although maybe in this techno-medieval time, there was a good middle class that had everything they needed and wasn't so poor. Yeah. But I'm really glad I don't live in medieval times. People who lived in medieval times were probably glad they didn't live in ancient times, but it was a smelly time in human history. Let's see, this thing I'm building now is going to go up on top. This is all in about 500%, 5 times speed. I would have done 10, but I'm kind of glad I went with 5 because it's not too fast. You can tell what I'm doing at this speed, and I think times 2 would have been too slow. Too slow, get it? I'm funny. Here we are. I really like those translucent orange things sticking up. It's like they're showing off their castle. I would assume it's on top of a hill or something to make it harder to attack. But who knows? It is being attacked though, so maybe they could have placed it a bit more strategically. There we go, fitting it onto the front. Oh, and I love the doors on this. And the band. The doors is pretty good too. But, I mean, the doors that came with this set, those big, heavy wooden doors. Very nice, nice touch. Here I'm building stuff. It's a little hard to see. Maybe it's easier for you to see on your bigger screen, assuming you're watching this on a big screen. If you're watching this on a phone, though, I guess you'll just have to listen to me and take my word for everything that's happening. Let's see. I think I used this camera angle a lot. Here we go. You can see putting in more of those awesome translucent orange pieces for the tops of the walls. I guess you can hide behind those and still kind of look through them to see anyone attacking. What is with people anyway? You know, you build... Oh, bag 8, there we go. You build a kingdom, a castle, and all these people want to attack you. Like, why is it necessary to go to such lengths to protect yourself from other groups of humans? Why can't we all just get along? But really, you know, why do there have to be all these separate little tribes when we're all people? We're all just people trying to live and be happy. You'd think, what part of attacking people and trying to kill them, how is that supposed to make you happy? I don't think attacking people would make me happy, but I live in a different time. Maybe back then all this tribalism was helpful. I can't imagine how, but maybe that's my failing. Here we go. Maybe it was so that people in the future can look at this time in history and be like, study them, have something to study, something to think about. Building it up, building it up. There's a lot of just sort of scaffolding kind of thing with these walls, and then they sort of fill it in a little bit. It's a good way of planning them out. At this point, I was relieved to have this almost done, because, oh man, having a project bigger than this, like when we start building the Death Star, that is going to take so long, because I'm not even going to be doing it alone. The kids will be doing it I think mostly. Part of the reason I wanted to wait until they were older, is because they're probably going to lose interest, at the beginning of the build. And even though I don't mind doing most of the building of it, I don't know. It just seems like they should be doing it. It's theirs. So I wanted to wait until they have the attention span and then the self-control to not destroy it. The kids, actually, Isaac and Trent, are probably a good example of people who enjoy fighting. I was the same way when I was a kid with my sisters. I got 3 sisters, and we fought all the time. It wasn't fun, but it felt necessary. Like the things we were fighting about, as if they were important. So important that we needed a fight to resolve it. Of course, it wasn't actually necessary to fight over it. It's never necessary to fight, I don't think. Although it can be necessary to defend yourself. But I think there's a fine line between defending yourself and attacking someone else. And for some people, defending yourself is attacking someone else, I disagree with that. But the whole Bush doctrine about if you're pretty sure that an attack is coming, it's okay to attack first, I don't know about that. Certainly well, let's not get too into that stuff. I want kids to enjoy these videos, and they don't want to hear about the Iraq War. So here we go, putting in some more things for the wall. I see another part that needs those cool translucent C-shaped things. There we go, attaching it to the castle. Now it's looking good. Doop, 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 zip, zip, zip. What am I making? What is that? Oh, okay, it's stuff for the top of the wall. More stuff. There we go. There's that orange stripe. And then we're going to put more blue things. More blue 1x2 plates. And then those cool translucent orange things on top of those. So there's a nice uniform look to the wall. Very nice. Now what? What are you doing? Oh, okay. Putting on the crossbows. There we go. Bag 9. This is the last bag. There were 9 bags plus one extra with various big pieces, and that was used throughout the other bags. If you see on the bottom right here, actually I might be covering it up unless I put myself on the left. There are these those pieces there, those orange pieces that look like the dome part of a ship. I like that they included 2 of those, and that they weren't over the top. You'll see that they'll be on the sides. It gives it a very interesting look. Jang Bricks talked about how it's a shame they didn't include some kind of weaponry on this, because it's just an escape ship, but if you're being attacked and you try to escape, they're just going to attack you in your escape ship. But maybe it's got some kind of shields. Who knows? There we go. Yeah. When I build, as you may have noticed if you're one of my regular viewers, yeah, when I get to each step, I like to put out the pieces that they say we need in that step. I like to build in an organized way. Makes it easier in the long run. There we go. You're seeing up top an overview of what I'm doing. There's some pieces there to put stuff on the sides. When I was a kid, they didn't have as many pieces with nubs on the sides. So if I wanted to build a wall or something, I had to just like brick it up. And that was kind of a pain. Right here I'm trying to figure out how to put those engines. There we go. Those are pretty beefy engines. Maybe it's got some kind of a hyperspeed kind of thing, so you can get away pretty quickly. So much of this set could have been its own, like Murloc could have been its own set. The ship could be in its own set, and they could have sold them separately, saying add this to the Knighton Castle, but they didn't, and I'm glad they didn't. And I hope they don't see that as a good idea, because they already did that kind of with the battle suits. Except the things that you can add on are also their own sets. So it's not so weaselly there. There we go. Stuff's on the side. There's those pieces I told you about going on the sides. And then the whole thing opens up, like, not like just the top, but like not just like the front, but the whole thing opens up. It's kind of interesting. Let's see. And there are those rounded smoothing pieces for the bottom. Even though it didn't end up actually having those on the bottom, this is the part that goes over the top. Yep. So on the bottom, as Jang Bricks noted, it's just very plain, just the bottom of base pieces on the bottom of it. So as you look at the castle from the back, it doesn't look so good. But I don't think it was really supposed to. But maybe it should have. I don't know. In my opinion, it's not that big of a deal. But maybe it's a problem to you. That is perfectly fine. Everyone's got their own opinions. There we go. That sort of wing piece. They can go up and down on the sides. I think I have them straight out right now, but I think you're supposed to put them sort of tilted, sort of not like this, but more like that. Yeah. That's okay. Doesn't matter. It's your set. If you bought it, put it however you want. Okay, then it's telling me... Oh yeah, the sticker. Oh, so many stickers. There we go. Now it's time to put it up on the top. Yeah, it's complete. It's finished. That's it. Although I did kind of try to show it to you, and then it fell off, so I had to put it back together again. And that's it. That's the end. That's the finale. So I hope you enjoyed that. Me and my caveman buddies who will go in the castle too, maybe they'll be captives, I don't know. We all bid you a good day.